after that Thursday night football win against the Arizona Cardinals. That signals the end of the second quarter and the first half of the NFL season for the San Francisco 49ers. And we are still undefeated at the end of it. I was just hoping to go at least 3-1 for this quarter of the season against the Rams, the Redskins, the Panthers, and the Cardinals. I was just hoping to go 3-1. I wasn't sure if we would be able to beat the Rams, but we did. And wow, we didn't just beat the Rams; we dominated them. But I don't want to spend too much more time about this. I'm just gonna go quickly and talk about each position, and yeah. So we're gonna start this one off with Jimmy G, who just came off an outstanding performance against the Cardinals. I believe he had 317 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and he was just phenomenal the whole night. Completed nearly every third down conversion. It was just insane what he did out there on Thursday. And a lot of people have been giving Jimmy a hard time for not being a super high volume throwing quarterback but like he's throwing the ball a bunch. He's not that kind of guy, and our system is not that kind of system where he just slings the ball around like a gunslinger. He still made a few errors and a few lapses of judgment where he just threw them into places that were obviously covered, but he has definitely looked much, much better and less rusty than he did in that first quarter of the season, and I am very confident in him. Running backs are next: Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, and Jeff Wilson, and yeah. It's mostly been Coleman and Breida for this quarter of the season, and they've been great. Coleman especially, he had 4 touchdowns against the Panthers, and Breida had to play. Breida was a little better against the Cardinals than Coleman. You know, this is what I like about running back by committee. If one guy's not having the best game, another can step in his place and do the right things. And I have faith in our running backs coach, in Kyle Shanahan, that they can coach these guys and give them the right plays so that they can have the right success. Now I'm going to talk about the tight end group, and that's obviously headed by the man Stone Cold Kittle. I absolutely love George Kittle, man. He did suffer like 2 injuries against the Cardinals. It was a knee injury and an ankle injury. I'm not sure what the status of those injuries are, but hopefully he'll be all right to play against the Seahawks on Monday. Yeah, that's basically all I got to say about him. Also, I want to talk about Ross Dwelly, who has been great filling in for Kyle Juszczyk while he's been injured. Kyle Juszczyk is definitely the best fullback in football, just like Kittle is the best tight end in football, by the way, not Travis Kelce. But yeah, Ross Dwelly has done a really good job. He has some really good hands. He's able to catch the ball. He's been really reliable. Yeah, the tight ends have been good. Next, I'm gonna be talking about the wide receiver core and the new addition of Emmanuel Sanders, who has just been amazing for us. He's been a reliable third down option. He's been a good red zone threat. I mean, he has 2 touchdowns in the 2 games he's played. That's basically as good as you can be for a wide receiver in the red zone. I mean, just great stuff here, and I have no complaints really about him at all. But the other guys, Deebo Samuel did drop a crucial something that would have put us up 21-7. Luckily, Cliff Kingsbury did blunder that and call a timeout before we failed on our 4th and goal attempt to try to get a touchdown. And we were able to get a second chance and make it 21-7 before the half. But like, I know we have a lot of young guys. They just got to get more consistent. KB, Kendrick Bourne, has been pretty good, though. Yeah. Now I'm going to talk about the offensive line. So Justin School, Daniel Brunskill have done as good of a job as you can if you're a backup tackle. There's really... I can't really say too much bad about them, especially considering They weren't expected to be playing this season. They have committed a few penalties here and there, and they have allowed Jimmy to get sacked a few times, but hey, they are backups, and they've done as well as I could have expected them to do, man. Now on to the defensive line. And the D line has been dominant as always. And they did have a little more trouble getting to Kyler because he is a mobile QB. But really, I'm not too worried. Nick Bosa has emerged as the top dog of this line. DeForest Buckner, even though he's not really getting that many sacks, I think he only has 1 or 2 this season. He's still providing the pressure and making it hard for the QB to get out of it and helping to collapse the pocket. D Ford hasn't played that much this season, but in his snaps he's been good. DJ Jones has been great. Ronald Blair, Sheldon Day, everyone's been good. Eric Armstead has been great. Yeah, I've got no problems. Now I'm going to talk about the linebacking core, and Quan Alexander did suffer a torn pectoral muscle. He will be out for the year, and that is a gigantic blow, guys. That is a gigantic blow. I'm honestly very worried about our run stopping now because after Quan Alexander went down, I mean through that whole game really, Kenyon Drake was just destroying us. But then when Quan Alexander went down, the running just got even more holes. Kenyon Drake got even more holes to run, and I'm worried. I am worried. I can't lie about our run stopping. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. Who's it gonna be? Mark Nizacha, Al Shair. I don't know who's gonna play that third middle linebacker role, but I'm gonna hope that our linebackers coach and Robert Saleh, our defensive coordinator, can get them ready like they did with Emmanuel Mosley. Now on to Richard Sherman and the defensive backs. Our safeties have been pretty great. Not really too many complaints there. Jimmy Ward has been so much better this season. Richard Sherman has been Richard Sherman. He's been good. No problems with him. Emmanuel Mosley has had to step in here in this quarter of the season, and he's been pretty good. Like, he's impressed me. I didn't expect him to be this good. Against the Cardinals, he did get beat a few times, but hey, it's gonna happen every now and then, and it's better to have it happen now than later, I guess. But Ahkello Witherspoon is coming back soon, so yeah. Now talking about special teams, Robbie Gould and Mitch Wishnowsky. And Mitch Wishnowsky has continued his good form. He's booting it. He's booting the ball down way down the field. He's been great. I have no problems with him. He's also a really good tackler for a punter. And Robbie Gould has definitely stepped it up. Kyle Nelson did come back, our long snapper. He did come back from his suspension from PEDs. So he has looked much more consistent now. And our special teams, our return guys and all that, they've been good too. Richie James has the second highest punt yards per return, I believe. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so this is definitely our toughest quarter of the season so far coming up. We've got the Seahawks, we got the Cardinals again, we've got the Packers, and we've got the Ravens. Now, honestly, I'm just hoping for 2-2 for this quarter of the season. The Packers are a damn good team. The Ravens can run the ball like they're a really good running team. The Seahawks, they have Russell Wilson. Anything can happen. The Cardinals, we saw that they have Kyler Murray. They've got a pretty good offense. If Kenyon Drake keeps up the form he did, then we're gonna have a little bit of trouble. But yeah, it should be a fun quarter of the season coming up, and just hoping for 2-2. Anything better, and I'd be happy. 2-2, and I'll still be happy.